Almost 1 in 4 drivers will become a victim of a car scam or theft at some point in their life. While a few are unavoidable, others will leave you feeling pretty stupid. In this video, I'll uncover 15 jaw-dropping car scams. These range from simple tricks to staged accidents that can drain your savings. But make sure to stick around for the scam that is so bad that many victims end up in jail. Scam number 15. The windshield cash scam. If you ever notice a $100 bill sitting on your windshield, don't get out. It's not good luck. It's a trap. This con is as bold as it is dangerous. You get into your car on a cold morning, start it up, and spot a crisp $100 under the wiper blade. Most people instinctively step out to grab it, leaving the car unlocked and still running. That's all it takes. Within seconds, a thief slides into the car, locks the doors, and takes off. You've lost your car, your belongings, and your peace of mind, all because of a fake bill. And this isn't some myth. It's happened in real cities like Atlanta, Chicago, and others as recently as 2023. And here's the scary part. These cars weren't parked in random lots. They were right outside people's houses, which means the criminals already knew where the victims lived. Law enforcement has confirmed it. The Atlanta Sheriff's Department has issued warnings. If you ever find suspicious cash on your windshield, call 911. Don't try to play detective. Don't try to be clever. Just stay in your car and drive to a safe spot before checking anything. And here's the kicker. If you try to spend that bill, chances are it's counterfeit. That could put you in jail. The bottom line, nobody is leaving free money on your windshield. Believing that fantasy can cost you everything. And if you fall for it, chances are you'll get caught by the next scam too. Scam number 14. The wave-on intersection scam. Ever notice your car insurance keeps going up? The FBI says scams like this are a big reason. You're sitting at an intersection. The other driver has the right of way, but instead of moving, they give you a friendly wave to go ahead. Seems nice, right? Wrong. As soon as you edge forward, they crash into you, then claim you broke the rules and caused the accident. Even if you call the police, their story often holds up. And worse, your insurance company will likely side with them. These staged wreck scams drain over $20 billion a year from the industry, and drivers like you pay the price in higher premiums. One family in New York pulled this scam so effectively, they scammed $6 million from insurance companies. Here's how to protect yourself. Never trust a wave-through at intersections. If they've got the right of way, let them take it. Better yet, record everything. Get a dash cam. A solid one costs around $40, while a premium model can run up to $200. Either way, it pays for itself the first time someone tries to scam you. And that dash cam, you'll definitely want it for the next scam on this list. Scam number 13. The fake coolant leak. This trick often targets women, and it's shockingly effective. You're walking back to your car at a mall, rest stop, or another public place when a stranger waves you down. They point to a colored puddle beneath your vehicle. It looks like antifreeze, sounds alarming, and technically it is. Coolant leaks can lead to overheating and costly engine damage. But this is all staged. The scammer convinces you to pop the hood, maybe even rev the engine. While you're distracted, they quietly loosen the radiator cap. A little more coolant drips out, making it look like your car is bleeding coolant. Then comes good news. They claim to be a mechanic, and for a small cash fee, they'll fix it on the spot. In the Bronx, one man nicknamed Mike ran this con for months, pulling in about $380 each time. Here's how you protect yourself. Never open your hood for a stranger. If someone mentions a leak, thank them, but head straight to a mechanic you trust. Your engine isn't going to blow up in the next 5 minutes, but your wallet could. What makes this scam even worse is that it's usually pulled in places where you feel the safest. And the next scam is even more trickier. Scam number 12. The fuel pump trick. Gas stations are prime hunting grounds for scammers. Every year, more than 8,000 cars get stolen right from the pump. But that's only the beginning. The bigger threat? Card skimmers. These tiny devices are secretly placed inside credit card readers, and they steal your payment details the moment you swipe. Between 2022 and 2023, cases like this jumped by 39%. According to the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services reports that a single skimmer can rack up as much as $1 million in fraudulent charges. Think about that. One pump, one swipe, and your account is drained. And don't believe you can spot one. Some skimmers are hidden so well that even experts miss them. But if a card reader feels loose or bulky or doesn't have a security seal on the panel, walk away. It's not worth the risk. Then there's the friendly helper trick. Someone offers to pump your gas for you. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. Once it's completed, they never put the nozzle back. Instead, they use your fuel to fill other people's tanks for cash. You could lose hundreds or even thousands without realizing it. Now, here's how to protect yourself. Never pay at the pump. Go inside and use a credit card, not a debit card. Credit cards give you stronger fraud protection. With debit, once the money is gone, it's gone. And always lock your doors. Gas stations are prime targets for distraction thefts. While one scammer keeps you talking, another is grabbing your phone, wallet, or purse straight from your car. Keep this advice in mind because it can save you in the next scam. Scam number 11. Plastic bottle trick on tire scam. Now we're getting into truly dangerous scams. This setup is designed purely for carjackings and is most common in parking lots with poor lighting or little security. Here's how it works. The thief wedges a plastic bottle by the front or rear passenger side tire, placing it somewhere you won't spot right away before getting in. As you start to drive, you'll hear a strange crinkling noise coming from one of the wheels. Most react without thinking and jump out of their car while leaving it running. But by the time they walk around to the other side to check it, the thief has already slipped inside and taken off with the vehicle. This scam first appeared in South Africa back in 2018, making it one of the newer scams on the list. Ironically, it only spread widely after someone demonstrated it on social media. Here's a protection tip. Avoid parking in isolated areas. If the spot isn't open and visible, make sure it's well lit, with CCTV cameras nearby. Next, if you hear an unusual noise coming from your wheel, you have enough time to drive somewhere safe, like your home, before stopping to check it. Scam number 10. The flat tire scam. Here's an old classic that is still around today because it works far too often. You walk out of a store, head toward your car, and someone points out that you've got a flat tire. They'll even offer to help change it or suggest you head over to their shop to make sure it's not a puncture. The truth? That so-called helpful stranger had let the air out in the first place. But how can you tell? Well, tires don't just deflate instantly. Your tire pressure monitoring system will trigger a warning light as soon as the pressure dips below normal. If that light wasn't on before you went inside, chances are someone deliberately deflated your tire. In that situation, tell them you're calling the police because you believe your car's been tampered with, and watch how quickly they disappear. Of course, you'll still be stuck dealing with a flat tire. Here's how to prevent it. Always keep a portable air compressor in your trunk. They cost as little as $15, so there's no excuse not to have one. Secondly, don't forget to check your tire pressure every month. The right PSI can save you hundreds in unnecessary repair costs. For more tips, check out our 17 car repair secrets that will save you over $2,000 every year. Scam number 9. The fake danger trick. Nothing sparks panic more than another driver waving you down and pointing in shock toward the back of your vehicle. What could it be? Could a tire be about to burst? Is the car catching fire? Maybe a wheel bolt is coming loose. The truth is, it's nothing but a scam. And here's the setup. The scammer targets drivers on isolated roads or dimly lit areas, where their accomplice can stay hidden. The moment you stop in a panic, their partner slips in through the passenger side and grabs whatever valuables are visible. Bags, wallets, phones, or even cash in your glove box are gone within seconds. The Better Business Bureau has warned about versions of this scam for years. Roadside assistance scams can also expose you to car theft and inflated repair costs. So, what's the right move? Your onboard systems are better at spotting real issues than a stranger. So, if someone tries to flag you down, give them a quick wave to acknowledge, but keep driving. Once you reach a safe, secure location, then check your car, just in case your ECU actually overlooks something. Scam number 8. The chatty stranger. Who doesn't enjoy a quick, friendly chat when your hands are full of grocery bags? Or being asked for directions while you're busy strapping kids into their car seats on a scorching summer day? That's exactly why this scam is so common. And here's how it works. The scammer spots you stressed and distracted while trying to get into your vehicle, then approaches with a harmless request. However, they wait until you've unlocked your car, sometimes even pretending to help with your groceries. What you don't notice is that their partner is swiping your wallet, phone, purse, or anything else left unattended. And if you just used your card in the store, they may have already seen you enter your PIN. One man in Southern California lost $6,000 to this exact scam. Police departments nationwide have been warning about distraction theft for decades. But in some areas, it's only gotten worse. Here's how to protect yourself. Always keep your doors locked when strangers approach. If someone needs help, tell them to wait until you're inside. Then, roll your window down just slightly and answer from there. Scam number 7. The towing scam. Did you know the towing industry in the US pulls in a staggering $14.5 billion every year? That's nearly 4 times more than the combined total of every other country. That's because millions of Americans are getting caught in predatory towing schemes. These scams take several forms, and it can be a nightmare to get out. The first version involves parking lots that look legitimate but have confusing or hard-to-see signs. So, by the time you return, your car has been hauled away. These predatory towers often won't even let you retrieve essentials like your wallet or medication until you hand over a sky-high fee. Another variation targets car breakdowns. You call for a tow and a truck conveniently shows up early. They'll insist on bringing your vehicle to a specific lot or shop. Here's what most people don't realize. By law, the tow truck has to take you wherever you choose. Period. While you might not be able to fight the towing fee itself, you can at least avoid unnecessary repairs by a shady mechanic. And speaking of mechanics, check out our video on the reset trick mechanics hate. When you request roadside assistance, always ask the dispatcher for the tow company's name, the driver's name, and their estimated arrival time. Make sure that info matches before anyone touches your car. And when parking in private lots, snap pictures of both your car and the posted rules before leaving. If the signs aren't clear, don't risk it. Find another spot. Which brings us to another scam involving sketchy parking areas. Scam number 6. Fake parking ticket scam. Unlike most scams that might only cost you a few $100, this one can drain your account in just days. Here's how it works. You come back to your car and spot what looks like an official parking ticket on your windshield. It carries the city's logo along with a QR code or website link for quick payment. Obviously, you don't want the fine hanging over you, and paying it off on the spot can save you a ton of money. Or so it seems. The moment you make that payment, scammers now have access to your financial details. If you're lucky, they might stop after collecting the fine. If you're not, they could take much more from your card. The Better Business Bureau has issued repeated warnings to families about this scam, since fake tickets can look almost identical to real ones. So, how do you avoid it? Never pay fines through a QR code. Instead, go directly to Google, search for your city's official parking website, and look up the ticket by your license plate number. If nothing shows up, then it's a fraud. High-tech scams like this are especially dangerous because they appear so convincing. And the next one on our list is among the worst. Scam number 5, the keyless entry jammer. Here's a statistic that might keep you awake at night. 96% of vehicles with keyless entry are in danger of relay car theft. This is a highly advanced scam that works in 2 ways. The first method is called a relay attack. Thieves capture the signal from your key fob and use it to unlock your car from a distance. It might happen while you're asleep at home or even while you're sitting inside a cafe. Once they get inside, they get into your car's onboard computer and simply drive off. The second technique involves a signal jam that blocks you from locking your vehicle. Your car may beep and the lights might flash, but the doors remain unlocked. An old-fashioned, low-tech variation of this involves slipping a coin behind the door handle. So, what's the fix? If you live in an area with a high theft rate, keep your key fob in a Faraday pouch overnight. And whenever you lock your car, double-check that all doors are actually secured. While this scam can cost you thousands, at least it won't ruin your credit score like the next one. Scam number 4, the VIN cloning trick. Picture this. You're at home enjoying a calm evening when suddenly a debt collector and a tow truck pull up outside. They claim you took out a loan using your car and that you've defaulted on the payments. The only issue? You never borrowed a dime. This isn't a scene from a film. It's a real problem thanks to VIN cloning operations. Houston police say they encounter this at least once a week. Florida is another major hotspot for VIN fraud. In some instances, the owner doesn't even realize there's a lien on their vehicle until they try to sell it. Here's how it works. Scammers copy your VIN, which is easily visible on the windshield, and generate a forged title for your car. VIN cloning is also used to disguise stolen vehicles. They take the VIN of a similar make, model, and color, making everything appear legitimate, until one of you attempts to renew the registration. That's when you might hear your car was declared totaled and already paid out by insurance. How do you protect yourself? When purchasing a car, double-check that all VIN numbers match and run a full vehicle history report. If you own a high-value car, consider signing up for title monitoring services. They run about $100 per year, but for the peace of mind, it just might be worth it. Scam number 3, the fake valet scheme. This scheme appears most often in crowded downtown areas and tourist zones. You pull into what seems like a proper parking lot or garage, and a man in a vest steps forward with a ticket pad in hand. He looks official, maybe even carrying a clipboard or walkie-talkie, so you assume he works there. You hand over your keys, take the stub, and head off to enjoy your day. Hours later, you return to find the lot was never real, and your car has vanished. Not only is the vehicle gone, but your registration likely lists your home address, which means thieves now know exactly where you live. How do you avoid this? Always use parking areas with clear signage, posted rates, and a visible booth or kiosk. Licensed valet services display their company name. If someone approaches you without credentials, don't hand over your keys. A quick check before parking could be the difference between a safe night out and losing your car for good. Scam number 2, the staged parking lot accident. Here's another low-tech but high-reward scam, and it's a nasty one. While you're shopping, a scammer parks beside your car and deliberately scratches it using a tool coated in their own car's paint color. When you return, you're met by a couple angrily accusing you of wrecking their vehicle. The front or back of their car will already be heavily damaged, and the paint marks make it look like you caused it. Their goal is to pressure you into handing over quick cash for repairs, or risk a huge spike in your insurance rates. Flustered and eager to avoid a scene, many people cave in. But in one case, this setup led to a staggering $650,000 payout, and even when the police were called, it didn't help. So what's the best defense? Always park a good distance away from other vehicles and as close to the store entrance as possible. Even more important, invest in a quality dash cam with audio. That way, you'll have undeniable proof, no matter how many witnesses show up. Scam number 1, The fake fuel delivery. Picture this. You're stuck on the side of the road with an empty gas tank. Out of nowhere, a good Samaritan pulls up with a red fuel can, claiming they'll help you out for just a small fee. Being grateful, you agree. But once the fuel is poured in, the scam begins. They demand an outrageous payment, sometimes double or triple what roadside assistance would charge. In some cases, the gas is watered down or contaminated, leaving your engine damaged and your wallet lighter. Here's how to avoid it. Never accept random roadside offers. If you run out of fuel, call your own roadside assistance, insurance company, or a trusted service. Real providers won't pressure you into cash-only deals on the spot. So, there you have it. These 15 scams drain motorists and insurance companies out of billions every year, and a lot of stress. So, don't let yourself become another statistic. While these precautions can't promise total protection, they can significantly lower your chances of being targeted. And if you want to safeguard your vehicle even further, check out this video. If you see a coin in your car door handle, run and call the police.